Well, boys and girls, I haven't done a video for a while, so I thought I'd post one up. Actually I haven't done one since before the wedding, so yeah, now happily married man, or try to keep the wife happy. Went to Thailand for our honeymoon. Really nice. Absolutely loved Phuket. We got taken care of by a family friend of ours who run their own travel agency. So they looked after us and got us some really good deals, and yeah, we stayed at the Surrey West in Surrey Bay in Phuket, and very beautiful. Then not much else out. We went to Bangkok. I wasn't a real big fan of Bangkok itself. We stayed on the River Kwai in these float houses. They were very nice. And then we went back to Bangkok for a week. Too much shopping in Bangkok. But yeah, not much else has been happening. Obviously, anyone who's into the 2015 R1, you know that there was a recall worldwide. The problem is with Australia, we're not calling it a recall, we're calling it a field service campaign, which I actually questioned the ACCC about, and they said, well, there's nothing we can do because it's all voluntary, they don't have to do anything. In America, with the R1 Recall, they actually have a stop ride, stop sale recall. So it means they can't be sold or ridden due to the fact that it could cause an accident or which could result in injury or death. But here in Australia, you can ride it, it's not going to break. I found that odd. Everywhere else in the world, doing a recall for safety reasons, and Australia's just like, nah, we'll be right. It's only if you're using it as a track bike it's going to fail. But I was lucky enough, I was the second one at my dealer to get done. I actually went to school with a mechanic that did it. He did a great job. This is the first real ride I've been back, and I'm on my way to work. And it seems to run a lot better. The gearbox seems a lot tighter. So yeah, I actually did buy an exhaust for this. I bought a Two Brothers Racing exhaust, and it's too loud. I ended up putting the stock exhaust on when they took the engine out because it was just too loud for me. I'm riding down to Phillip Island, hopefully going to I've been watching Riding with Tom videos about riding from Melbourne to Phillip Island, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun. So hopefully I can kind of tee up that, maybe even get to meet Riding with Tom. And yeah, so I'm riding down to Phillip Island in October for the MOTO GP, and 2,000 k's one way from Queensland. to Melbourne. So 2,000 k's on a bike, that's not a sports story, it's going to be quite interesting. It's yeah, it's going to be fun. My mate just got his license. He's got a Ninja 250, so he'll get his open license just before the GP, I think, which is awesome because he's riding down with me, and hopefully for his sake he's got a big boy bike, but if he doesn't, then fair enough. But I wouldn't want to ride down to Melbourne without a big boy bike, purely for the fact that you got no power to go anywhere if it's an emergency. So yeah, that's partially why I got the stock exhaust back on, because it was just too loud, and I knew straight away the minute I cross that border into New South Wales or into Victoria, they're going to love this bike being that loud, and they're going to defect the shit out of me. But yeah, so yeah, looking forward to that. That's October 2015 that we're riding down, and I think I worked out I get roughly 200 k's before the reserve kicks in, so I'll have to pretty much stop maybe 9 times for fuel. I've got the wife and my mate's girlfriend following down in our ute, and they'll carry I'll get a fuel tank for the bikes, well, my bike mainly, but just to try and halve having to stop all the time. We're going to do it in 3 days, which will be nothing. It'll be 600 k's a day roughly. And yeah, so we're going to try and do it over 3 days, try and see some sights on the way down, make it a real road trip, you know. But yeah, not much else has been happening. My wife and I, we move out into our own place soon, next week actually, and I'm looking forward to setting up my garage and getting my bikes over there and just making a bit of our home. But yeah, I did end up buying new boots. I know I've been talking about them for a while. I ended up buying my Supertech R's. I got them for $475 for a friend, which I find amazing because that's the staff price, $475, a staff price. When you look at how much they mark them for on the website, or so for example, my boots, I paid $475. The cheapest I could find anywhere else was Bike Biz for $540. T-Moto wanted $600. I got them for a mate who works in the motorcycle business, like industry, and works for a fairly big name in the motorcycle industry. and he got them for $475. So cost plus. So it makes you think, like, how much as consumers are we getting absolutely destroyed when their staff can get such a huge discount? It's ridiculous. So yeah, the wife and I were moving. I've pretty much doubled my distance to work, so now it'll be an hour one way instead of an hour return trip. So it means I'll only take the bike once in a blue moon, because I'll pretty much use the tank of fuel in one day. So at the moment, it takes me, it's a 60-kilometer return trip from where we're living now. To where we move, it's going to be a 120-kilometer return trip. A bit of foot scrapage. So yeah, so I only take the bike once in a while. So now that the wedding's over, everyone's like, when are you going to have kids? I'm like, not for a while. I love kids. Like, my sister has 2 of them and another one on the way. I just don't know if I'm mature enough for a kid yet. My wife is, she's clucky as all hell, and well, for me, kids are fun. Like I look after my nieces every now and then, and we run amok. I bought them a Pee-wee 50, so with that I put it all pink plastics on it, and they rode it once and they weren't really, like, the eldest one was, she loved it, but she hasn't ridden it since. The youngest one's too scared of noise, so she's like, nah, not keen on that. So yeah, youngest niece, she's due in March. I've been there for every niece that, like, both my nieces currently, when they were born, I was in the emergency room waiting. My eldest niece was born on a leap year, so even though now she's turning 8, she's technically only turning 2, and I remind her every day of that. She's not a fan, but it's what she's gonna have to endure, I guess. Oh. Excuse me, I feel a bit fluey, I've got a runny nose. You know, riding a bike with a runny nose is not the best. So yeah, pretty much when I got the bike back from Ultimate Yamaha down at Slack Creek, they never advised me to go easy on the bike. They never advised me this or this. You have to go really slow. You don't have a run in or anything like that. They just go, yeah, here you go. Here's your keys. Off you go. You're done. Enjoy yourself. I'm like, okay, cool. Lincoln down there, he was really good. He kept me in the loop. Granted, I was bugging the crap out of him the minute I heard that there was a recall. I'm like, okay, so what's happening? I got my letter. And he's like, yeah, we're going to do the demo bike first, so that way we've got our head around it and we don't stuff up the customer's bike. And I'm like, okay, cool. And that's what they did. They did my bike after the demo. Mine was the second bike they did. And I honestly can't. I can feel the difference. The box seems tighter. But see, I was lucky. I never had any false neutrals or anything like that. The guy who bought the exhaust off me after he had an R1, same from Ultimate as well. He's been getting false neutrals. He'll be riding along and it will just pop out in a second, and I'm like, nah, never had any of those. But granted, he's a double the K's to me, so. What I find funny though is some of the guys who also have an R1, a 2015 R1, I know, they're chewing sets of tyres. Like, I mean chewing, like one guy only got not even 2,000 Ks out of his rear. I'm sitting on 3986 for the set. And that's not bad. Like, for these tyres, they're super bloody sticky. That's not bad. Well, boys and girls, I'm at work. So I will catch you later.